She gets on the phone and literally starts calling the police. Like, what? Like, did you just boost that or did you just boost that? And I'm about to leave their nail salon a very nicely worded but angry Yelp review. Because actually, I'm going to look them up now. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Chidi Chinaka, and today I'm going to be telling y'all a story of the time that the nail lady called the police on me. Let's get into it. So this story starts off 4th of July weekend. My friend, her birthday was coming up and she wanted to have like this big weekend like birthday celebration thing or whatever. So she invited myself, Jennifer, and Fatima to come out and celebrate her birthday with her. So long story short, we decided to go. It's like a Friday, the day that we decided to go back, and Fatima and I were going to be staying with Jennifer. As we're approaching getting to Jennifer's house, we decide, like, we all look down at our nails and we're like, we need to get our nails done. Like, we're about to have this weekend. There's about to be a bunch of people at all these places that we're going. Jennifer has this really like cool place, I guess. Well, it's not so cool of a place after all, but her nails always look very good whenever she comes back home. Comes back to school from being at home and getting her nails done and everything. And we had always said, like, Jennifer, if we're ever back at home, you need to take us to this nail salon so that we can get our nails done too. So we get into the nail salon and it's packed. It's super duper packed. It's a Friday, you know, it's the Friday of 4th of July weekend. I know a lot of people wanted their nails done. And of course I took that as like a good sign. I'm like, this is like, you know, it's packed because it's this amazing place that does Jennifer's nails so long. They last so long. They look great, whatever. So, I think Jennifer was just getting a pedicure. Me and Fatima wanted to actually get our nails done. So we, you know, sit down and wait. Then Fatima gets a person to do her nails, and then a lady comes over, and she was acting like she couldn't really speak English or whatever, but she could. So she was gonna be doing my nails. So I sit down and I show her a picture of how I would like my nails to be done. And I actually have a picture because Hose was trying to play me. The picture was like Kylie Jenner's nails or something like that. And y'all are gonna have to excuse my phone because it's cracked, but here's the picture. I cracked my phone this weekend, it's so sad. But that's how the nails look. I don't know if y'all can see if it's gonna focus. But yeah. As you can see, they're like very narrow. Like the nails are super duper narrow. And let's compare that picture to like my nails right now. And my nails right now are like actually coffin shaped. They're a little bit old, but they're actually coffin shaped. And so I told the lady like, oh, I would like my nails to be like super narrow, just like this picture. And she's like, oh, that's coffin shaped. And I was like, no, like, okay, if that's coffin shaped, then I don't necessarily want it to be coffin shaped. I need it to look like, you know, a certain way or whatever. Like just narrow, literally just narrow. And she was like, no, okay, you know, that's okay. Okay, I'll do narrow for you. I'll do narrow for you. So then she like, if you know how like it goes when you get your nails done, she like puts the acrylic on my nail at first and then like chops off the sides as if she was doing coffin shape. At first I'm like, oh, like, but then she was like, yeah, whenever I file it down, you know, it'll get the look that you're going for or whatever. I don't want it to like go in at the sides. I want it to just be like narrow, but still like, I don't know, I'm flipping all off. I want it to be, I'm ugly. Okay, I want it to be narrow but not coffin shaped because that's the look I was going for, okay? And then like a second lady comes to finish up or whatever, and she like files my nails, not files them down, but does a little thing like where they like. And so, you know, like after that, I went to go wash my hands like I always do. Wash my hands, and then I looked at the nails before she could get a chance to paint them. I was gonna paint them baby blue. It's gonna look really cute. Before she gets a chance to paint them, mind you, this is a second lady, okay? I'm like, okay, that lady that just did my nails, honestly, the way she filed it makes my nails look coffin shaped, and I really didn't want coffin shaped nails. I just, you know, I don't know what's going on. Like, I don't know if there's anything you can do or if there's a way you can file it to make it not coffin shaped. And the lady was like, I later found out that she's like the owner of the salon, and she's like, there's nothing I can do, like it's already like that's coffin shape, there's nothing I can do. And you asked for coffin shape, that's what she, you know, she asked the lady in like Vietnamese or something, like did she ask for coffin shape or something, and I guess the lady said yeah. She was like, you asked for coffin shape, and I was like, no, like I promise you, Fatima was sitting like 2 seats over from me, and then there was a lady right next to me, and both of them had heard me tell her I didn't want coffin shape. So I'm like, no, like you can ask them, like I really didn't want coffin shape, here's the picture. Like I showed her the picture. She's like, oh well, there's nothing we can do now. So honestly, trying to not be difficult, I'm like, I'm sure the nails are gonna turn out looking fine anyways, whatever. So she continues on doing my nails. Then right before it's time to like start painting my nails, she switches out for a third person, which is now a man. This is literally the third person to do my nails now. He starts painting my nails. And as I'm looking at it, I'm like, he's not even painting it well. It looks bumpy, it looks weird. I really don't like this or whatever. Cool, I guess, whatever. I just wasn't gonna say anything, you know. I was just like, let me just pay my little, because it was only $17, so it was about to be cheap. I was like, let me just pay this little $17 and go about my way. Now, it wasn't 17, I'm sorry, it was 20. No, it was 17, my bad. Okay, yeah. Let me pay this little $17 and go about my way. So then comes the end of it, you know, my nails are dried and everything like that, and it's time to pay. So I'm getting out my credit card to give to the man, and the man was like, yeah, so that's gonna be $25. And I was like, hold on, hold on, 25 for what? Like 25 why? And he was like, cause you did coffin shape. What? So you're telling me, no, like in that moment I was literally like, okay, rewind. So in that moment I'm like, but sir, I didn't ask for coffin shape. You can even ask those 2 ladies that just did my nails. Like, I didn't want coffin shape, but she gave me coffin shape anyways. So I don't really, you know, that's not fair. And he basically was consulting back and forth with the lady. And so the owner of the shop, which was the second lady that did my nails, she was basically like, okay, well, you did coffin shape and you didn't tell me early enough. So now you have to pay for coffin shape. That's not good, because the lady already did, all the cutting and all that. We already filed it and everything. You can't just say you don't want coffin shape now. And I was like, yes, I can, because I didn't want coffin shape to begin with. Like, what if I told y'all to take all these nails off and start over? Like, you know what I mean? It's like, coffin shape, I know coffin shape costs extra. Nowhere have I been that it costs $7 extra, but okay. I was a little taken aback by that. But I mean, if I wanted coffin shape, I'd be willing to pay that. So I was like, okay, y'all did not tell me that. So at the end of the day, I'm only gonna be paying $17. Thank you. So the lady, now mind you, I haven't had my card in my hand since first giving it to the man. By this time, he's already passed it off to the woman, because he was basically like, she can deal with that. Like, he wasn't trying to like deal with my like issues or whatever. So then, the lady basically goes over to the thing. She's like, you know, just kind of like telling me like, well, you should have said it earlier. You should have said it earlier. And then she like just swipes my card. In that moment, I'm thinking like, because it like things had kind of simmered down, and I was just like, I guess she just charged me the 17. She hands me the receipt and she's like, sign it. And I'm like looking down at it. They charged me $25. The lady swiped my card for $25. And I was just like, ma'am, you charged my card for $25 after I just told you that I'm only gonna be paying $17, because that's what I was initially told that this was gonna cost. Like, y'all told me from the beginning, okay, acrylic and paint, whatever, is gonna be $17. Now y'all charging me $25 for coffin shape that I didn't want. Okay, yeah, we'll see about that. So I was like, ma'am, mind you, I'm still sitting down, and so it's not like I'm like gonna jet out or anything. I was just like, can I get my card back, please? And the lady was like, not until you sign it, not until you sign it. I was like, is she crazy? Like, what do you mean? I was like, no, I need my card back. Basically, we go back and forth, and the lady's refusing to give me my card back. I was just like, okay, well, I'm not signing the receipt until you give me my card back. You can't just hold somebody's card like that. So she said, okay, if you don't sign it, I could call the police. And I said, ma'am, I'm not telling you I'm not gonna pay. You've already swiped my card. Now I just want to have my card in hand, because I don't know what else y'all are gonna do with my card. She gets on the phone and literally starts calling the police. Like, what? Like, did you just boost that, or did you just boost that? Like, what are you calling the police for? Like, what are they gonna do? Because you're the one holding somebody's credit card. against their will, like that's your bad. So maybe you're calling the police on yourself. Like, the fuck? She had already charged my card, so I didn't get what the issue was. Essentially, I sat there and I was just like, this is ridiculous. Like, I'm not trying to have no run-in with the cops. So I like basically decide to sign the thing and just sign it in like an ugly way. Like it wasn't really my signature or anything, but I signed it nonetheless, right? I give it to the lady and she's like, oh, well, you didn't sign it good enough. I'll print another one and you can sign this one. And I was just like, wow, this woman is just trying to be difficult. Like, she's actually just trying to be like rude for no reason. And so I was like, I'm not signing another one. Like, I just signed this one, calm down. She's like, it's okay, I already called the police. I told you that store was packed. So everybody was watching on like, whoa, like, oh, this is awkward. Ooh. Nonetheless, I didn't care. I was just trying to get my card back, you know, because at first, okay, so everyone's looking around, whatever. I was just trying to get my card back. Fatima and Jen were kind of further away from me. So I walked over to them to just kind of be like, wow, this is crazy. Fatima pulls out $20 out of her bag and she's like, just give her this, throw it in her face and let's go. And honestly, I fuck with Fatima for that because that was funny. I was just like, I wish I could, but she's holding my card. And then they were both like, wow. So they thought that I was like actually refusing to pay. I was like, no, she's already swiped my card. I've literally signed the paper. And all I'm saying is I would like my card back, but she wants me to sign another one. And until I sign another one, she's basically gonna let the police deal with me or something like that. So they were just like, wow, this is really crazy. The police officer shows up and the lady like scurries outside and she's like,
yes, sir, she didn't want to sign the receipt and I hold her card because she didn't.
And, you know, of course, me, Jen and Fatima are right behind her. Like, we're just like, okay, like just seeing to what she's gonna say. The police officer's like,
wait, so she doesn't want to pay?
And I was like, no, I paid. I even signed the receipt. She just doesn't want to give me my card back. The police officer was like,
so you did pay?
And I was like, yes. All I'm saying is that they overcharged me because I don't know if he knew what that meant, but I was literally like, you know, I didn't want common shape and then they gave me common shape anyway, so that's annoying. And the police officer was just like,
so you did pay, like, so what's the problem? Like, you did pay.
And the lady was saying like she
didn't want to sign the receipt well, and she didn't want to sign the receipt well. The police
officer was like,
ma'am, can you give her back her card, please? Thank you, and can you go back inside?
It was so funny. Bro, I wanted to crack up so bad, but you know, it's law enforcement, like let me compose myself. Yes, I was ready to bust out laughing. It was ridiculous. Then the guy turns to us and, you know, I basically ran him through everything that happened. And essentially, like, I would have left earlier, like, before she called the police and just let her keep my card. And I needed my car. Like, it was a weekend full of stuff that I actually needed my money for. And I don't carry cash like that, so I actually needed my card. So that's the only reason I didn't leave. And I, you know, waited out until the police officer got there. So essentially, at that point, I started explaining the story to the police officer and he was just like, wow, like that's crazy. Like, I've never heard of anything like that before. Basically, he told me that all I need to do is like call my bank because my bank holds it down anyways. Like, I'm over here thinking like, yeah, let me get my $7 back because she really tried to play me today. And it's not because of the $7. Don't get it twisted because I'm not broke, but it was the principle. Long story short, the next day I call my bank and, you know, I explained to them the story and everything that happened. I just remember the operator, whoever I speak to, she was just on the phone like, she did what? What? Huh? Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? And she gave you coffin shape, you didn't even ask for it? Bro, the lady was so like into the story. You could tell she was like, this is juicy. Like, probably the most eventful story she had heard like her whole day. She's like, I can't believe she called the police on you. Like, what? You know what? Don't even worry, let's file this complaint. It might take like 3 to 5 business days, but you know what, oh, look at that. You know what, guess what, Chidi? You're gonna get all your money back and that lady is not gonna get a dime since she wanted to overcharge you and call the police on you. She's not getting a dime. And I was just like, this lady is more angry than I am. I'm like, the story is very extravagant. But when I thought about it, it's like, look, like I had been on the road for over 5 hours. It was my first time at this nail salon. I wasn't trying to give them any trouble. I had been very specific about how I wanted my nails, and y'all instead did whatever y'all wanted to do on my nails and then decided to charge me extra for it. What? Like, that's not right. So anyways, they didn't get their money. I got all my money back. So technically I got my nails done for free. The nails were trash, but at least I had something like going on with my nails. So yeah, that was the story of the time the lady called the nail lady decided to call the police on me, and now she's out of $25. So sorry about it. Like, I'm actually not sorry at all. Like, that was actually ridiculous. You don't call the police on a customer if you want good reviews, okay? And I'm about to leave their nail salon a very nicely worded but angry Yelp review. Because actually, let's look them up now. It had just been $7 short. She could have just took her 17 and went, but now she didn't get 25. And that's what she gets for being greedy, holding on to people's cards. That's all I'm gonna say about that. But anyways, thank y'all so much for watching. Like I said, my name is Chidi Chinaka. If you like this story time, please thumbs up this video and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching once again, and I will talk to y'all later.